Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by. Today I'm going to show you a little bit of our trip to Orlando Universal Studios. This was a little bit ago, but still very fun. So here we go. We're entering into the park and we're so excited. We were ready to go see Diagon Alley. That was the goal of the trip because this was when our passes were expiring. So our main goal was to get there early, and we did. We got there really early. There wasn't a lot of traffic. We got good parking, and here we are walking into City Park, or City Walk actually, and we're just looking at the restaurants and seeing what the options were. So when we were done, and if we were all hungry, there'd be a place to eat. So the goal was to spend the whole day here and to see as much as we can and see what's going on. And of course, not to miss a thing about Harry Potter and go have some butter beer. Obviously, there are some choices as well other than just eating in the park. And there's the iconic globe for Universal Studios. There's the entrance, and it was just great because, as you can see, there are not a lot of people. This is not busy. We've had busier times that we went there, so this is actually a really good time that we picked to go. It was right before Labor Day weekend, and so there was still a lot of things to do. The Blue Man Group tickets was another reason we went. I got some tickets, and was great. As you can see, a new attractions coming on, the Jimmy Fallon Show attraction. Couldn't be happier about that. And here's a little snippet about the street. We were just in New York in July, so this was kind of neat to be able to feel like we're in New York again, just walking the few steps along the street. But also, I don't know if you noticed really quickly there, Christmas decorations. So I wasn't sure what that was about. I thought that everything would be more Halloween and fall-like, but I saw those, and that's cool. Maybe they just wanted to get a head start in certain parts of the park. But as you can see, not a lot of people, the stores. This is where we're heading to Transformers, so there was no line, absolutely no line. Walk in and straight to the ride. So that was something we were so excited about. Unfortunately, something happened that we did not expect at all. It was a new thing for us. So though we got to the front of the line in less than 5 minutes, they also had technical difficulties. And so all this dark part that you will be seeing in a few minutes is pretty much us being stuck on the ride. So we had to wait, and they had to actually walk us off the ride. And obviously you can't see anything, but there it is. That's the car we were in. That's what we had to get out of in, and we were all safe. There was no injuries or no problems, but we got an express pass ticket to come back to a few of the rides. Obviously they voided out some of the big rides. Once that was done, of course, our next stop was Diagon Alley, and we were headed straight for it. We were really excited to not only be able to see the alley and walk slowly and take our time through it, but as you see, King's Cross, of course we passed King's Cross, and that was also a goal, is to take the railway across to the other park. But as you can see, the streets of London, the red telephone booth, just everything that was something that we wanted to do and look at and stop and see again. Not lots of people, so it gave us enough room to walk and observe and see. And there you are. We entered the alleyway, and all the stores that you want to see, all the little things, the dragon up on top, and over here it's the tavern. It's the restaurant or the eating restaurant that is in that alley, which we were planning to eat at. We had tasted the chips or french fries there before, and there was butter beer and sort of stuff. So the plan was to see the alley, go do our ride, and then eventually come back here for lunch or dinner or something for that sort. And there you go. You see all the stores and the wand stores, and it was just very neat. Lots of people still in that alley, but still not as crowded as we imagined it would be, or that we've experienced before. And of course, this is just a tremendous job, a great job of recreating everything that is Harry Potter, and it's just amazing. I don't think you can ever get tired of it. You just, stare at it, amaze at it, and enjoy the experience. So it's always magical. And so we did, of course, go in and do the ride. As you can see, this is the Big Bang, and you're going in there. These chandeliers, they're just huge, and they're beautiful, and they're just, something you can't see anywhere else. So after we got done from the ride, we just went out, and we just wanted to see what shopping there was and see what, souvenirs there might be that we were interested in. This time around, we didn't really pick anything up. We didn't want to pick up the wands, or there wasn't anything in particular that we wanted to keep and, we thought would last a long time. But we did enjoy the rides, we enjoyed the shops, and I mean, this is the shop that's on the corner with the big, I believe it's the red exterior, big, large windows on the outside, but it had all these little cute things in there, and some more shops and signs for robes and stuff. My children didn't want those. They just were looking for something specific, but didn't find it. So, yep, and this is the place we actually ate at, but that was for later. And I was just trying to get the signs and a little bit of that. So this is my first time. Excuse the choppiness. I know I'm going one place to another, but at the same time there was so much to take in. Even though we've been here before, I felt like this was, again, just the right amount of people and not too much busyness and things going on. And unfortunately right here, the fire part where the dragon spits out fire was not working that day. So we could hear the roar but not see all the flames coming out. Again, we were just looking through these stores to see what we could find. There's some replicas, some robes there, and this is the other side of the store, which had some magical aspects to it and some magical things and hats and cards. So that was really, really neat. Still, we didn't buy anything. We were just looking at all the, fixtures and all the things that were. And once we were done with that, we knew we were coming back, so it was time to move on. And at this point, we knew that we could practically, do most of the rides we wanted to, because there wasn't going to be a lot of lines. There's a lot of people were there, but still it was a short wait. And so we headed to the Men in Black. And again, there too, it was a very short wait. And we got in and got out, got a snack, and then we walked through this little town. Of course, the children's side, for the younger kids, so we can go to the Terminator ride. But of course, I'm a big Back to the Future fan, and so we had to make the stop, take a couple pictures, and as for me, just kind of stare at the car, because that's what it is. I love Back to the Future. And then moving on, we did head over to the Terminator 2 exhibition or attraction. On the way there, it's just neat to see all the windows and all the decor and the architecture, how they laid out by Hollywood style, and so it's neat. I thought it was very neat. And so you can see there's actually no one walking on that side of the sidewalk. And of course the Scooby-Doo thing, and finally the Terminator 2 ride. And it was fun, it was good, and back again we are to have a little snack. That was our french fries or chips and some fish and chips, which are actually very good per my family. So that was definitely stuff we had to make. And then from there we just went on. There's a little alleyway right outside this restaurant, and but I wanted to show you that you can't really see anything. There is a shop within this little area, but it just goes through, and it just makes a loop in the Harry Potter section, so it doesn't really go anywhere. But there is a shop in there, and it's dark and leery, but it has some more Harry Potter stuff, and then when you get out, you get out. And so our next stop was to actually go over to Islands of Adventure. And so we went ahead and got in line for the train. And of course, this is one of the neatest things, because you want to go to platform 9 3/4, and here are all the suitcases and you want to wait to see that train come in. It's just a neat experience. So as you can see, these are the suitcases, an owl in a cage, and there's the Hogwarts Express. Of course, we waited, and it seems like a lot of people here too, but still a fast-moving line. We just picked a good weekend, a good day. We had really, really good weather for the most part of the day. So it just was one of those things where just everything just seemed to line up and seemed to work, and we all had a good time. It was pretty warm, but still we survived. And it is, can't beat that. Here's the train, here's the Hogwarts Railway sign, and there you go. It's just a really neat thing to see, especially if you're a Harry Potter fan, and you kind of live this, and it is magical. And even if we've been there, like I said, it's just something that you want to keep going back to. And so here's the other side. Previously in July when we came, we only were on one side, which was I think Islands of Adventure, because we couldn't go across. It was a blackout date. But this time, I'm so glad it worked out because we were on the other side. And this side is just as magical. I mean, Hogsmeade is just as magical with the way they did it up and the snow and the way it looks. It's just like a lot of people on this side, though, we see in that little area, in that little section. But otherwise, it's great. And then from there, we decided to go on and do the Hulk. So my son was really excited about doing the Hulk. Yet he was going to go do it by himself because, of course, I didn't want to do it and nobody else wanted to do it. But at the end, he was like, "Oh no, I'm just going to do it." So I braved it up and stood in line with him and went for it. So there you go. It was good. Go do it. It was fun. And the adventure lives on. There you go. Again, quickly there are Christmas decorations, but moving on, the adventure lives on. What a great day. But we weren't done. We needed some food and we needed a meal because, like I said earlier, we had tickets to Blue Man Group. That would be a first for all of us, and it was a great purchase. I got a great deal on great tickets, so I couldn't pass it up. But we headed outside, and it looks very sunny, but you can see some gray up in the sky. So we're wondering if this chocolate emporium was open, because it was the new thing there. Unfortunately, it was not open, and they were, I think, opening the week after or somewhere there, but we did not end up going there. So to find something really quick, and you see the clouds are everywhere, and they're starting to get gray and dark. Yet on this side, it's not as gray and dark. But Hard Rock Cafe was right there, and we thought, why not? Let's just go. It's quick, it's easy, it's right next door, and lucky for us, we went in at the right time. It was pouring when we got out, and it was just for a few minutes and then cleared up. So we kind of missed all that through lunch. And then Blue Man Group, oh my gosh, that was super fun, good show. If you haven't seen it, make time if you can afford it or find the specials because it's totally worth it. And then at the very end, we went back in. They have a laser light show, which we did not capture, but it was excellent. And there you go. That was our trip, and that was what we did. And so much fun. Thank you for staying by. Any questions, let me know. Give a thumbs up if you liked it, and if this was helpful, ask any questions you may have. Take care.